Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so today what we're going to get into is the third installment of my top 10 pickup artist list. Today we're just going to touch on one guy, and this one guy honestly was the biggest influence in my game and one of the biggest reasons why I got good. With that being said, let's get into the video.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
You guys want to see the weird shit you learn when you learn game? Weird fucking phone games. Okay, so if you guys haven't figured it out from the thumbnail or from my intro, the guy that I'm actually going to be breaking down today is Todd. Todd is one of the best in the world for sure. He is very much up there. His game is so fucking calculated and his game is so intelligently broken down. Every little piece of everything he says it has a purpose. There are very few pickup artists in the world as efficient as Todd, or people in general. Like, the way that he games is probably the most applicable to everybody. Where there are like pickup artists out there who have really good game, but their game is so interwoven to who they are, it makes it tough for a lot of you guys to imitate it. Julian. But yeah, with Todd himself, Todd actually, the way he games, it can be taken away and used pretty much with any pickup artist. Anybody can listen to what he says, implement it in what they do, and it works. Todd too also has an incredible ability to break down what he's doing and why he's doing it. And that's why he's such a great teacher. Like me, Todd sold for a lot of years. Like, a lot of you guys probably don't know that. He was a salesman. He was also used to be a semi-professional soccer ball player. Like, he knows how to get good at shit. And he was a great salesman. And like me, he took a lot of his sales skills and he put it into pickup. There's nothing else out there as a skill set that's as applicable as sales is to pickup. Which I also think is why me and Todd are both so fucking good at breaking down interactions and whatnot. Because when you learn sales, sales are very well broken down. They also have had a lot more years of people mastering that art. And so it makes it easily to translate it over into pickup. All right guys, let's get into some infield.
Todd is incredible. Todd is a guy who, literally, I've watched this guy teach for like 12 years. And every student who I've ever seen take a program with him comes to me just shocked with how good he is.
All right, so in this video too, I'm gonna be breaking down a little more tonality and a lot more subtle shit. A lot of you guys have a hard time kind of following me with a lot of my concepts sometimes. Like, I'll see in the comment section when somebody say something and like people don't seem to be keeping up all the time. So in this video, I am going to be kind of breaking down a lot more subtle stuff, a lot more tone, and I'm actually going to be breaking down Todd in comparison to pickup artists who are not so good, so you guys can see the difference.
Get physical. Yeah. So the next thing you do is get physical. Hey, yo, okay. Come here, 2 seconds. Come here. I absolutely adore your look. Who the fuck are you? Hi, it's Todd. Listen.
I absolutely adore your look. Who the fuck are you? It's the way he says it. He said it and he dropped the tone. Like, basically showing that he doesn't care. Now, how does a salesman talk to you? Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, are you guys coming in to buy a phone? Do you guys want the blue or the red case? Like, as opposed to when you're a pickup artist, do you want the red or the blue case? Do you hear the difference? It's a breaking and report. It shows I like you, but I don't need you.
You are going to be bad for me, though. Because I'm shy and sweet and innocent.
Yeah. I'm sure you are.
Unaccustomed to the ways of women. I think you're alright.
Cool. I think you're alright.
Let's just have fun. This guy's getting really serious. No more. Okay, good. That's so cute. That girl wanted to take a picture of us. That's adorable. I have a very small penis.
It's actually really funny. I actually say the exact same line. Anytime a girl like fucking like tries to, let's say, throw something out there, like maybe tries to give you a compliment or tries to assume something about you, or like in a positive way. A lot of times, so like, all right, let's say like a girl's like, oh my god, I really want to have sex with you. Like, a lot of you guys will be like, yeah, let's go. You know what you should say? Nah, I don't know you that well yet. No, you gotta buy me chocolates first. I'm a classy lady. You gotta take me out on 3 dates. Like, I'm flipping the frame, I'm making it playful. Now, or like, let's say like a girl's like, let's say you got a girl really hot and horny. All right, and she's like, I bet you got a big dick. All right, what would a lot of you guys say? Yeah, I do. I do, girl. You know what I say? Now I got a tic-tac dick. Microscopic. You like that? That's what I say. Why? Because it's DLV, and if you DHV to that, when she says that, it shows that it shows where your self-esteem is and where you're at. The fact that I say it like that, it's what a cool guy would say. It's what a guy that's super confident about his body, who he is, the way like people treat him. That's how he would react to that situation. That's what he would say. Okay, so this next one is actually, I think, one of the best. Like, he doesn't even pull this as a day game one. It's not flashy. The girls aren't doing amazing stuff, but what he's doing is so complex and so subtle, and it shows how much work he's put into his game.
I thought to introduce myself by stepping on your foot. How do you feel about that?
Nice. Okay.
I like to impose myself on the interaction very quickly.
We were just like.
You know how he's breaking rapport? Like, he's both like showing her attraction and breaking rapport at the same time. He's being just enough dick to be attractive and for her to start chasing him. Tyler always said that Todd had like boring game. It's totally not the case. Now, the way that I would explain the way that Todd's vibe is more James Bond. More James Bond with a little bit more lovey-dovey. Like lovey-dovey and dick. Like, that's the way that I would explain Todd's game. Like, boring is totally the wrong way to express it. Todd does not have boring game.
We're stopping traffic.
Should take like a quarter of a step this way and we'll be all good. Like, you come here. I think you're right. Yeah, we're gonna feng shui this shit. Ready?
He was just trying to make a joke and we took it too far.
Alright. I think in general, with all of us, let's not take things too far. Let's take things very slow, and I'm very shy, so.
You see here how authentic his tone is too? And he's not just that, he's spacing his words. He's talking slowly. He's very in the moment. Now, when I show you guys a lot of other guys who are talking, now what do they usually talk? They are usually talking at the girl, not with the girl. They're not reacting to her. Now, what you'll notice with Todd Ziedenfeld's too is that he's not just throwing stuff at the girl. He'll see the girl do something and he'll react to it. He'll listen to what the girl's saying and he'll say something to it. He's not thinking about what to say next. He's literally legitimately saying to the girl what he's thinking at that moment.
What's your name?
Todd, nice to meet you. Todd, T-O-D-D, Todd.
Todd.
And do you hear how even authentic that laugh was? Like, he's not in his head. He's not stressed out. He's super relaxed and in his zone. He's done a lot of these sets, and you can tell the difference between somebody who's still nervous and still in their head.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you guys. You guys are very cool. You guys are fun. Yeah. Ish. So.
Now, did you hear that? That was a backhanded compliment in a very slight way. And the way he said that she was cool, but the way he said it was saying that she's not cool. He's still undecided, and it was so fucking subtle. So I'm gonna repeat it to you guys, and I'm gonna like give you guys a moment to try to figure out why it is. Yeah, you guys are really cool. Yeah, no, I really like you. Now, do you hear how like I'm trailing off? It sounds very inauthentic the way I'm saying it, and it sounds like I'm dismissive. This is a way you can get like a very attractive girl chasing you really fast. It's so fucking subtle and so clever.
Yeah, you don't really know it.
I mean, I don't want to make gross generalizations that might later be proven false.
Oh, okay. All right. Truthful. That's nice.
That is what it is.
Honesty is very nice.
You know, you had like the full like thought out version of that is thus far based on the extremely limited interaction I've had with you and my general perception based on inherent stereotypes on your attire and carriage. You seem like you potentially could be relatively cooler than the average chicks.
Wow.
That was clean. Now, see, that's something too, like, he didn't come up with that on the spot. That just shows how much he wrote and how much game he thought about. He literally thought about the mindsets he needs to be in, like, a lot in depth, which is something I do too. Like, I'll sit down with a pen and paper, like, probably once a day, and I'll sit down every so often. I'll visualize, I'll break something down. But what he was doing right there, so basically what that shows me was that he broke back the interaction of what a super attractive guy would think, and he thought about so much that he was just able to spit it out like that on the spot. That shows a lot of back-to-back practice.
Why the why? Feeling good.
You like that?
Again, this video is also meant to not just entertain you guys, but to teach you guys more about game. So I actually want to compare Todd to somebody that's not as good to him, and I want to show you guys what's going on in each interaction and why one guy's better than the other. So you guys can start seeing this stuff too. Now, like I said before, if you guys are on the level of the second guy, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, all right? Just understand that eventually you want to move to a higher plane and a higher level. You want to keep getting better. If you're stuck in intermediate purgatory, stop watching intermediate pickup artists. Start watching more advanced pickup artists like this guy. Everybody's always talking trash about, so one of the things you guys always say is like that the way I say to approach is not proper. Like, you guys like, no, this jump approach has a reason because this, and this. I imagine it does have a reason. However, a very attractive guy does not approach like that. An attractive guy is more assumptive. He doesn't need to do shock value shit. He assumes it's gonna go well no matter what. Why the fuck would he need to jump in front of her? Not to mention too, it makes the sets less reliable and will kill your percentage. That being said, let me get into the first guy and then we'll go back to Todd and I'll show you the difference.
Excuse me. Hi. Don't panic. I'm not crazy or anything, but I've got like a really big crush on one of you guys.
Firstly, he wouldn't have to say don't panic if he just approached in a normal fucking way. Like, that was a very bad way to approach, especially a girl. Girls are smaller than you. They're not as like fucking like, you know, like sturdy as that. You can't like approach a girl like that. Girls would freak the fuck out, especially in certain situations. Can you imagine if you approached a girl at night doing that?
Like, I think I'm slightly in love with one of you guys, but I don't want to say who it's on, because if she's got a boyfriend, I'm gonna cry. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm engaged. And now we can't even cross anymore.
Has
a baby.
You don't have a baby. Why are you just making up random stuff? Oh yeah, she's got 4 kids in Nigeria, and she's got an adopted one, 2 crocodiles. That doesn't help anybody.
All right, now we're gonna go back to Todd.
Before you go in there, I had to tell you, that was the funniest look. That was literally the funniest look I've ever seen. I had to tell you, I absolutely loved your look, and I just want to say hi to you. Are you? I know I barely know you. I wish I actually like knew you better, so this would be a little less superficial.
Okay, now I'm gonna stop right there. Who is reacting to the girl more? Who is looking at the girl's reactions and reacting more? Who sounds more authentic in the interaction? Who sounds more present? Who sounds like they're actually trying to get to know a girl instead of just spitting game at a girl? All right, now I'm gonna go back to the Sasha video and we're gonna do this again.
Who's your baby?
I'm a puppy baby.
Oh, a puppy baby. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's not going to get in the way between you and me at all.
I've got a boyfriend.
Name?
Light.
Damn it.
He's a police officer as well.
Oh, I like how she throws it.
Okay, now back to the first one.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
What's your? I'll take your number real fast and then whatever. I'm only in town for like a week or two, but.
305.
Hello.
Okay, now who sounds more assumptive? Who sounds like they've had better interactions with girls? Take a moment, and I mean, think about this honestly. Don't get your ego involved. If you have a crush on Sasha, stop for a moment. Having an ego is the worst thing you can do for game. This is the one thing that will keep you in intermediate purgatory forever. Take a moment, listen to Sasha, listen to Todd. All right, one of them is more masculine, one of them is more assumptive, one of them had a lot more interactions with girls and is more take it or leave it. Which one is it? Oh, and there's also another thing in here too, which I have never talked with you guys about or broken down. It's about shit tests. If you guys want me to do a video on shit tests, let me know. If so, I might post that up this week as well.
You could be arrested right now just for shouting me up. Just for the is that normally just get rid of everyone? He's a policeman. Let's run away. We're breaking the law right now. It's fine. Well, anyway,
It's nice to meet you.
I just wanted to try that and see if I had a chance. Obviously,
nice.
you made your choice.
Sorry.
Do you want a hug? Oh. Do you want a hug too?
Yeah.
Oh.
I really am engaged though, I wasn't lying.
I like nice girls. You guys are cool.
The way that Sasha games is gayish. The reason being is because he's trying to avoid rejection because it hurts, which is not a masculine way of being. A lot of guys will get in the intermediate purgatory stage. This is a form of like intermediate purgatory, I guess, where you get into like acting like a gay guy. You act like a gay guy, you act really energetic. Stops girls, it has a higher stopping rate, but it has a lot less of a closing rate as opposed to like coming in like a man. Okay, before I continue with Todd's infield after that, I actually want to do a variation of this. In this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be comparing 2 different pickup artists, and I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to play them both, like one next to the other, and you guys are going to tell me which ones you guys think is better. Which guy is better at game? This one right here is a lot more noticeable than the last one. Probably, never mind. Think in your head. I'm going to give you guys a moment after the video too, maybe like 5-10 seconds. Think through which guy has better game and why.
Say something very random.
Yes.
I just saw you walking by. I kind of caught your eye, and I thought you looked absolutely gorgeous today.
Oh, thank
And I wanted to say hello.
Hello.
My name's Adam.
My name's... Yes.
Your handshake was like, it was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I noticed you. I mean, I kind of got a little bit lost, but you seem like the kind of girl that doesn't mind a good bit of Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell me something about you. What do you do?
I'm a nursing student at uni.
You're a nursing student.
Yeah.
So that's to take care of old people or little
Everybody.
kids, everybody.
Yeah.
You're too innocent, like you're too pure. Your vibe is so like, yeah, there must be something dark about you. What's your dark
I like
secret?
To party.
You like to party. Where's your Saturday night then?
Distill.
Distill.
Yeah.
Why Distill?
I love the music, and the vibe, and the people. Yeah. What about you?
I like summer house music.
Yeah, house is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of music?
Probably house, R&B.
This looks like a scene from a movie.
Does it?
Yeah. We're like,
I should be in Paris.
we should be in Paris.
I thought, yeah, maybe not.
I think the rivers in Paris wouldn't be that gross.
The Seine is pretty gross.
The sand?
The Seine River?
Ah, la scène. Pas français? You speak American?
I do.
We speak Australian here, alright? How long have you been here for?
This is my 5th day.
Oh, well, welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
I'm Liam.
What's your name?
Liam.
Liam?
Yes.
All right. Now, which one do you guys choose? Did you guys choose the bull or did you guys choose natural lifestyles? You know who I chose? I chose Liam. I chose the second guy. Reason being is, now, I'll ask you this. Who was more authentic? Who had more of a natural sounding conversation with the girl? Who actually clicked with the girl? All right, now, the first guy was having a hard time actually having a normal conversation with the girl, and it's very subtle. A lot of you guys wouldn't have noticed that kind of shit. I actually have a really hard time explaining what sounds authentic and what doesn't. Like the first guy, he's saying stuff, but he's imitating saying stuff. He's imitating saying lines. The second guy is just saying stuff from the heart, and it sounds like it. When you say something from the heart, it's very subtle, and it's more like a vibe for a girl. Girls aren't thinking, oh, this guy isn't being authentic. They just sense the general vibe, and they can tell that something is incongruent, and it's super slight. And a lot of times you guys will get more like that in advanced level. If you're at like a higher intermediate, you don't have to worry about this kind of shit. It's just something that I, at my level, notice when I game. All right, the way that Liam games in comparison to the bull is way better. If you guys watch the entire Liam video, he actually ends up making out with this girl at the end of this video too. All right, I'm gonna get back into Todd's infield.
Hello. You look so like troubled yet dreamy. It's like you should be in a movie like on the bow of a ship staring off into like the shore where like your family just departed or something like that.
Oh no.
I know, it's very dramatic, I know.
It's a little dramatic.
Yeah, almost like psychotically so, but that's okay. You did look interesting though, I thought I'd say hi. You're welcome. You know, I'm nice like that sometimes. Half the time I'm an asshole, but you know, half the time I'm nice.
I actually just came here to use their Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah?
One of the things that's really good about Todd too is he's really good about approaching girl, but still demonstrating that he's uncertain and unsure about her. So the girl has more of a reason to chase him. It's the reason why I always say indirect direct game is so good, because indirect direct game is basically the fact where you can approach a girl and you could do just that. Basically can approach her and she still can be uncertain whether or not you like her, which Todd does a great job of going direct and then still making her feel uncertain of whether or not he likes her. All right, his game is very technical and very good in that way.
Where are you from?
Denmark.
Denmark. Very nice. You just visiting?
No, I moved here a couple of months ago.
Shouldn't you have a data plan? Sorry, I'm just saying.
I should.
I'm just like, I'm American. I don't have data either because I just got here. But like,
Yeah, I should.
look, little girl, you need some direction in your life.
He is saying lines. Okay, a lot of you guys are gonna use canned lines. Todd is currently using canned lines. All right, I know a few of these are canned lines. But do you hear how authentic he still sounds? Do you hear how when he says something, it sounds like he's saying it from the heart. It sounds like he's saying it to somebody he knows. This is not like, he doesn't sound like a salesman. How does a salesman sound? What's a salesman line? Would be like I said before. Hey, well, do you want the red one or do you want the blue one? You see how salesman he sounds? Or let's say I said these lines, he said like an intermediate. Here, let me actually replay them. I'm gonna say it like an intermediate would.
You did look interesting though. I thought I'd say hi.
You did look interesting though, so I thought I'd say hi. Do you see how it's slightly different? Or like, let's say, yeah, I thought you were interesting and I wanted to say hi. Do you hear how it sounds slightly inauthentic? Slightly. It is very slight. However, the way that he's saying it, that's how you, once you get maybe to a higher intermediate advanced level, you start talking. You need to start talking more like an authentically cool ass motherfucker. You need to talk like you know you're the shit and it is just who you are. So, you know, that's another form of a shit test. So shit tests are probably one of the spots where I understand the most currently in my game. Like I would say one of my spots that I understand probably more than anybody else in the world. So shit tests. There's 3 different shit tests that I know of. So there's like the conscious shit test, which is usually a girl that's trying to suss out if you're a player. Like basically a guy who means girls harm and is just trying to fuck as much as he can and is not being authentic to his personality that he's putting across, is just putting on masks to seduce women like a sociopath. Or the unconscious one, where a girl says something, but she's not doing it consciously, but she senses maybe an incongruity in interaction, or she just wants to sense and feel out if you are actually that dope-ass guy. And then the third one would be more environmental. So you're constantly passing shit tests. If you're in a long interaction with a girl, you're passing shit tests even when she's not throwing them at you. So let's say you're walking along, or let's say you approach a girl. Here, actually, I'm gonna fast forward this to another interaction. Okay, now a lot of you guys probably had interaction like this in the past, where you approach a girl and you accidentally startle her because you approach her maybe in a not necessarily optimal way. But yeah, here we go.
Oh my god! Whoa! That was a little extreme.
Basically, you're getting pushed for a threesome right now.
Yo, what's your name?
Todd.
Nice to meet you, Todd. 860.
Damn, there's so much shouting in this.
So for that one right there, a lot of you guys probably had that in the past. Now, if you get emotionally startled by it, or you show it in your body, so the way that you can pass the shit test, there's a lot of different ways. So when you guys pass the shit test, so let's say a girl like, oh, do you do this a lot? Yeah, I do. Now, see, I'm passing it in multiple ways, not just from what I'm saying, which most of you guys are very logical guys. I'm also with the way I'm saying it. I'm not getting emotional about it. I'm also not getting emotional in my body. I'm keeping my emotions static. If nothing else, I'm actually getting even maybe a little bit amused that she's asking me this. Like, I'm finding this a reason to play off of it. Because I am that guy. I'm showing by being amused by the fact she's asking that I'm congruent to this personality, which is what a shit test is supposed to do. The girl wants to see if you're congruent to this dope-ass guy that you're putting across.
I am seeing someone.
It's okay. It's just food.
I know. I don't think I can. I don't know. My boyfriend won't be very happy.
Tell him I'm gay.
No. We do this thing where we like don't lie to each other. Yeah.
It's cool. I'm gay-ish.
No. Amazing meeting you as well.
Oh, well, thank you.
You have my number.
Now that was another shit test right there. I mean, that wasn't even an unconscious one. That was more like an environmental, because she wasn't doing it on purpose. She legitimately had a boyfriend. She wasn't just saying that. She actually does have a boyfriend. But did you see the way he looked at her and he kept calm? He didn't even physically react. He wouldn't even look like he was noticing that she was even saying what she was saying. Like he just kept his expression the exact same way through the entire time. That's how you pass a shit test, with your body and with your face. All right, so there's obviously hours and hours of Todd Infield online, and it's all fucking dope. You guys can check it out. The one I was looking at was RC Todd Epic Infield Compilation 4K by Hyde Infield. This is the guy I keep going to when I look through infields. I like that he's like slamming them all together, so it makes it easy for me to break it down for you guys. But yeah. Now, like I said, Todd is a sick motherfucker. His game is really good, and he is the reason why I got good at game. If it wasn't for Todd, I'd still be a nerdy, shy loser. If it wasn't for Todd, somebody that could break this shit down so intensely, so in like block-wise, I would never have been able to do it myself. Like, Todd is one of my biggest influences on my game. He's one of 3 guys that's had a big impact on the way that I game. Now, obviously, you know, I have my own little like social quirks and stuff. I don't game exactly like him. I have my own personality, just like anybody does, and I lean on my strengths. But yeah, Todd is a great guy. I like him a lot. Okay, guys, that's gonna conclude part 3. If you guys have any good questions, leave them below and like the video. With that being said, peace out.
The fuck, kid? Can't you see I am sleeping?
King Agamemnon sent me.
Oh, that cunt bag. Tell him I will fluff his muff in the morning.
But my lord, it is morning. They're waiting for you.
Fuck cunt bag, son of a bitch. Fucking A, fine. I am up. Bye, bitches. Tell your husbands I said hello.
Are the stories about you true? They say your mother is an immortal goddess. They say you can't be killed.
It's all true. I am awesome.
A Thessalonian you're fighting. He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's because you are a pussy.
Perhaps we should have our war tomorrow when you're better rested. I should have you whipped for your impudence.
As a great philosopher once said, Bye, Felicia.
Achilles. Look at the men's faces. You can save hundreds of them. You can end this war with a swing of your sword. Let them go home to their wives.
Don't make me give your wife one more swing of my sword. As for you, Agamemnon, whatever the fuck your name is, let me show you how it's done.
Of all the warlords loved by the gods, I hate him the most.
Drop the bass.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess. Cause I've been living wrong, I know I've been blessed. I had 1,000 chances, how many left? I've been sinning lately, what do you suggest? What should I do? I want 999 more Hail Marys right now. I want 999 more Hail Marys right now. Hail Marys right now. I want 999 more Hail Marys right now. Hail Marys right now. But don't try to turn that number upside down. There's no chance in hell that I'll make it to heaven. Make it to heaven. The deadliest sins I committed, all 7. Gluttony, lust, envy, and greed. I done them all. Before getting 3. I was gonna get to them. You just helped demonstrate how impossible repentance would be. I don't think that I'm worthy of forgiveness.